Hey guys, this is SWTOR, and today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of the tactics Vanguard. And thanks guys for being patient. I'm not uploading as often as I'd like because I'm doing some other stuff, but hopefully this game should be interesting for you guys. I'm planning on doing a marksman sniper video next because I got a lot of requests for that, so that's coming. So just right before the fight, make sure if you're tactics Vanguard, you're one healing so you can build the 4 stacks of energy loads, I think they're called, and also hit your shoulder cans once to make them stack. So that's always good. The top and bottom node were activated, and I decided to grab the speed boost and go to the top. Someone already got the power up, that's why I moved back and forth. So jumping right into the node because I didn't want them to cap it. Throwing on much of my damage, getting right back in with hydraulic overrides, hitting my battle focus and shoulder cans, slowly to burst this guy down. I think I messed up slightly on the opener rotation, but as you can see, he took a decent amount of damage, even with the healer basically pocket healing him for that duration of my opener. So then as I move back on him, I see that he's basically up to full, and that the healer would probably be a better target. So I look around for him, but I still don't find him, so I just kind of do AoE in the middle until I can readjust. Make sure you're using your time while stun to look around, and so I hit with my own stun, position myself in the back line, moving around, making myself hard to attack, while just putting my bleed on a bunch of targets. We're getting some decent heals in the middle, that's why I can be so in the middle of things. Unfortunately, they did cap the node at one point, so we are about even with them. But since our 2 nodes at south had power-ups on it, we're ahead. I was just trying to delay as much as possible. As soon as I died, though, it was time to respawn. So I see this one guy with an activate, and whenever you see one guy standing alone with some type of power-up, I would just try to jump him and get it quickly, because at the end of the day, it's often the power-ups that make the difference on this map between a winner and a loss. As you can see, we're actually ahead because we had 2 power-ups, and so I wanted to make sure we were getting power-ups from that guy. So unfortunately I get a little bit of a root here, but I see there's a sorcerer on the side here just kind of spamming. He's a dot sorcerer, so I make sure to put a couple of my attacks on him. I broke the bubble stun, which is something that I would not necessarily recommend to do, because as you see, he just stunned me again and was able to get a free force leech off. So maybe that wasn't the best time to break. So I ran through the middle, stunned because there are a lot of people there, grabbed the damage increase because that's really important for duels, and then started attacking him. He planted his phase walk down, but unlike a good sorcerer, he didn't move far away from the phase walk. So I was able to quickly get my cell burst out for a nice big hit, interrupt the force leech with the stun, and also put my dot on my target. I don't know if you guys saw what I did. When a sorcerer comes out of a bubble, they have a lot of damage reduction that comes from in the final seconds immediately after. And so what I did is, when he came out of the bubble, I threw some delayed damage on, like a sticky grenade. I threw my dot with my gut. I threw a stun on him, and between all those different things, I actually didn't start attacking him until about 4 seconds after he broke his bubble, and then I started raining the damage on hard, and that helped me win that 1v1. So I was a little bit slow there. I didn't stun him before he could mad dash, but then I keep on doing my attacks just to try to just 1v1 someone. Even though this node wasn't active anymore, it was just kind of fun. I had a decent amount of defenses up, and it was a pretty close battle between us. Unfortunately, I was kind of chasing right now, and then I pulled him, and then I didn't really realize that he had all of that burst ready. I saw he was in tank stance and kind of got a little bit cocky, but I realized he was probably geared more to the DPS side of things, and so I kind of LOS'd him, put on my bleed, delayed damage, let my other guy finish him off, as well as my delayed damage finish him off, and then just made sure I stayed alive, recharging my energy loads with a heal. Now would be a good time to hit your shoulder cannons if they're off cooldown, just so they start charging. Mine were not, but just make sure you see that. I thought that was an enemy, so I was jumping up to try to jump to him, but it turned out to be a friend. So I go into the north node because we don't control that one. So I see one guy over here, so I just kind of throw some delayed damage on him, just so whenever he breaks out of the stun, he'll be attacked, and then go on to the healer that was healing. Probably should have, oh yeah, there you go. I marked the healer right there. Probably should have, someone should have done it a little bit earlier. And as you can see, we're kind of bringing fighting away from the central nodes, which is a mistake. We have a lot of people over there. Yes, we're attacking a lot of theirs, and my burst is able to burst down healer, but ideally we would be centering this fight around the north node. That way we could cap the north node. We're winning the fight here, but it honestly doesn't matter. It's not like Hypergate where you get points for your wins. You only get points for the nodes, and so we really should have been more on the node. As you can see now, I finally realized, shoot, we're in the wrong position, so then I go to the north node to cap it and then just kind of hold it. When you see at the end of the game that my DPS was not as high, this is the type of thing that you just gotta sacrifice. If I was being a total DPS game, which I have done sometimes, just completely focused on DPS, then yes, I probably would not have capped this node. I would have maybe gone south, or no, it's mid that was active and just done some damage. So as you can see, the guy was kind of checking over to see if I was needed, putting down a stealth scan just cause you never know, and then moving on. Now would be a decent time for hold the line as a gap closer, but I was in no rush. I knew that I was going to wait until the energy node started, and so I would wait until using my hydraulic overrides when I needed it. Saw this Juggernaut again, and just going through my DPS. My huge criticism about this fight is actually something I mentioned in my last video. As you can see, I get stunned, I get interrupted, and so my mind resets as well, and I also put a gut on him. I probably gut him like 3 times during this fight, which is entirely unnecessary. So I move away on my hold the line again, Signet for when you need it, so that the last tick of his Ravage misses me, but then I jump in, because as you can see on his toolbar, when he jumps in, he gets this buff called, I think, Repost or something, which allows him to use his single bladed throw. I'm blanking on the name, but it allows him, when he jumps in, to use it freely, when I'm a below 30% health. So I made sure to 1, miss his Ravage, 2, jump in, put a bunch of damage on, and then burst him down really well. Shoulder cannons as a way to heal up, because he had probably, I wasn't checking, but if he had all his defenses up, he probably had his Endure Pain and his one that heals him when he takes damage, and so I needed to use my shoulder cannons to also top me off as well as doing a DPS increase. So me and this one guy are kind of doing a dance of whoever's going to guard the node, and I already guarded. I know my DPS is not going to be great, so I might as well guard again. Putting on some delayed damage again. He stunned me before I could get my gut off, so my sticky grenade and all my other assault plastique did a little bit less damage, so I'm just kind of kiting around. Look at this guy, how slowly he turns, and look how many more attacks I'm getting versus how he's getting. He's spending half his time turning, trying to figure out where his moves. I'm betting he's a clicker, just because he's moving a lot slower than I am, and he just can't constantly adjust to the quick fight. And again, this mercenary finishes him off, but I had him easy. I still had 3 of defensives, healing defenses up, as well as my shoulder cannons back online, so I wasn't worried about losing that fight. But again, just seeing someone like that can barely turn and fight at the same time, please guys, I'm thinking about doing a more detailed guide in the future about my wave keybinding, but please try to keybind something. You'll find that it's very, very helpful. So I just pulled the guy away just because I didn't want him on my Merc. I spent my time healing just so I could get my energy loads, my health up. As I mentioned in previous videos, that's really important for Tactics Vanguards, that we heal between fights. But we're really getting a lot of focus right here. They actually have 2 of the nodes, and so I'm just trying to delay them getting the north node as much as possible, but unfortunately they kill me. So this is where they start really putting the points in. They have 3 nodes to our 1, and that's the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Although I'm playing a lot of Overwatch these days, it's always good to come back to SWTOR to post a video or 2. So thank you for all the subscribers and support. Hit this video with a like, please, and a subscription if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time.